Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Boomer Grounds podcast. Today we have a special guest in May, otherwise known as Tyleniphe. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure if that's actually how it's supposed to be. But
Close. It's Tyleniphe.
oh, okay. Well, that's not that
Thanks,
close, actually.
Terry.
And we're off and running.
It's for look. Tyleniphe, Tyleniphe, close enough.
Tylenol, something like that.
Tylenol, yeah. I got the initials just a bit. Right? Let's quickly just talk about how everyone's been the last week, and we'll start from there. Here, we'll start with Howard since Powers is shell shocked every time we start talking with her. So, Howard, what you been up to this last week or last?
Oh
weeks?
well, I was busy this weekend in particular, losing to Terry Zhang in fantasy football. So bad that I'm pretty sure he has to take me to dinner now because it was a beating that was like there's no other way for us to remain friends other than him give me some sort of gift because it was that bad.
I mean, you gave me the gift of your poor lineup.
Oh, my lineup was terrible this week. Terrible. But yeah, we had family. We did some dinner with family this weekend. We went to Oktoberfest. That's probably the biggest highlight of the last 2 weeks. Is I went to our local Oktoberfest and I made it home in one piece, but good. I stopped counting after my 8th beer. So yeah, it was a heavy day, but but that's about it. Bowers, what's new with you?
Took ferrets to the vet this morning. The vet said that my ferrets, all 4 of them, are like the best she's ever seen at just being able to be handled and everything. So just saying, my kids are the best.
Just saying. Ferret handler.
Yeah, I dusted off the PS5 and we're back to playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Since we have May here, I'm just going to show you. I dusted off this too.
Yes. Take that in, May. Take it in.
What is it?
My collector's edition book.
Oh, it's a collector's edition book for
Horizon.
Horizon.
I literally am like, ooh, here's the monster. Let me read about this monster. And every once in a while, I just kind of go, because paper, you know? Anyway, that's what's new with me, is I'm going back to play a really old game. Well, old-ish now.
How much was that book?
Just we don't talk about... Actually, I think it was only like $40.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Actually, maybe was it only 40 Canadian?
And before we throw to Terry, what's wrong with revisiting old favorites? I do that all the time. Terry does it every day. He plays Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not an old favorite. That's just old, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is the crew of people that are very old, except for
Horizon Zero Dawn's my favorite game. Never finished the second one. But that's good, though, because it costs $10, and now I get to play it on, like, $10 to upgrade it, and now I get to play it on the PS5.
Ooh, look at you.
So, to make that purchase worth it. But technically, also May, just let you know, the PS5 has gone up. It costs like $50 to $100 more now from when we bought it, like old times. So just feel good about your purchase, okay?
Yeah, making money.
Yeah, exactly. it's really like we saved money, so now you can go put that somewhere else. Girl math.
Investment.
Yeah.
For me, we did Tessa's birthday a little bit early on the weekend, and at a water park, it was raining like crazy. But it's a water park, so the kids didn't give a shit.
No.
So they just ran around played the whole time, and we were just like hiding out under the tent because we booked ahead and we were able to book a tent for our table. And yeah, the kids just had a good time. It was a hit, and it wasn't busy, which is actually nice. Like there's no lines to go down the water slides because no one wants to take their kids to a water park when it's raining outside, except for us because we paid in advance. So
not to bring up bad memories, Terry, but didn't you try to do that last year and there was a scheduling snafu?
No, that was actually last month, sir. I booked it for the wrong month. I booked it for the wrong month, and I didn't discover it till the day had already
lost
passed.
The money, right? You lost
so we lost like $200 doing that. So it's like we paid $400 for this one.
I swear to God, it feels like we had this conversation a year ago. I swear to God.
It was like it was like a little over a month ago. It was June 28th.
Time is relative.
I thought I booked for August 28th. But
God.
It was good times. So what have you been up to, May, as our guest? Tell us about yourself. I think most people that are familiar with us probably are not familiar with you. So maybe give us a quick introduction about yourself and go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, I'm May or Tyleniphe. Usually go by May these days. Um, I don't know.
He's hard.
I'm a 30-year-old software engineer. Been in the field for 16 years. Done some interesting things. Gave a presentation in 2020 to the United Nations on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and ethical use of AI in accessibility. And I guess the other thing that I would share is that I am functionally totally blind. I don't have any usable vision whatsoever, and I do the content creation thing over on Twitch with both Hearthstone and Diablo 4.
Can I ask a question of clarification? Did you say you're 30 years old with 16 years of software experience?
Yes, indeed.
You've been doing this since you were 14?
I have. It was kind of a funny experience. So I lost my vision when I was 6 years old. And it was a very sudden thing. I lost my vision pretty much overnight, and my mom took me in to the doctors to figure out what was going on, and they did a scan, and they found out that I had a brain tumor that was blocking the ventricles on the brain. So basically, those are like the tubes that drain the fluid off of your brain, so that way, you don't die. And the doctors came out and they said, your child has either one of two options. Either they can have emergency surgery now, or they could die. And clearly, my mom went with the surgery option.
Not a hard choice.
I'm still here, so hi.
Yeah, exactly. And so the unfortunate thing is that in the United States, in particular, which is where I reside, Unluckers, we do not necessarily provide the best education for blind youth. And they said, well, you don't really need Braille, but you can have some technology. Here's a laptop with a screen reader on it. A screen reader is basically a text-to-speech program that reads out all of the text and individual elements on the screen out loud to the user. And they said, good luck. And as I traversed through the public education system, I got to hear all the time, blind people, they don't live independently. They don't go out into the world. They sit at home and live off of the public dole. By the time I got to high school, I was feeling kind of like, all right, well, if there's no opportunity for me in the future, then like, why should I care? And I started to not try in school and started to hang out with the wrong groups of people. And I remember my freshman year of high school, a guidance counselor told me, I said, what do you want to do when you're done with high school? And I said, well, I'm really interested in computer science. By that point, I'd already taught myself HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some other things around web development in particular. And she started laughing and she said, but you're blind. Blind people don't do science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, let alone go to college.
Bitch.
LOL, I've now got a master's degree, so oopsies. But at that point, I kind of like just gave up. I was like, all right, well, I'll just teach myself and go from there. But there's this peer-to-peer mentoring program that reached out to my mom, and they said, your child is an at-risk youth. We recognize that they're also a first-generation college student. Nobody in my family had gone to college at that point, and it's still true today.
Are you at risk, but going to college? Sorry, I'm just...
Yeah, well, they're like, you know, we think that your child would be a great fit for our program, but like the condition is that they have to work full time while they're, going through this program. And of course, my mom thought it was a great idea. I thought it was a terrible idea. I just wanted to, hang out with my friends on the streets and eat McDonald's and, not work full
That sounds like
time.
my life now.
At Burger King, but yeah.
It sounds like everybody in their late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, exactly. And when I got to the local university where the program was housed out of, they were like, well, you see, normally we would have people do like intern type tasks, like copy things on the Xerox machine or go fetch this coffee. But you're disabled, so like that's not something you can probably do. But hey, we're facing this litigation currently because a bunch of our educational materials are not accessible. And we don't really know what that means. So would you like to lead our accessibility program? And being 14, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
About an intern.
I had no idea what any of that meant.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Because I'm blind doesn't mean I fucking get it either, bitch.
Exactly. And
Ugh.
the funny thing is like looking back on it, it was so irresponsible to like, you're facing legal penalties.
Yeah.
You're gonna trust a 14-year-old with your program?
Oh
Like,
shit,
what?
you were 14?
14.
I figured like we were at the college era here, a fucking 14-year-old.
Yeah, I was 14. And that sort of is what kickstarted my career. So yeah, it's been 16 years. Ready for retirement already.
So a little bit about my background, and I don't even think that Terry might know this, but Bowers doesn't even know this. I've worked in the human services area in Connecticut since 1999. And let me tell you, I have heard stories like that where it's like the government keeps using the word accessibility and availability and fairness, and we don't have the faintest clue what the hell they're talking about. So you guys got to explain it to us. I have heard that so many times over the course of my career, and companies, Bowers reacted visibly when she was like, you were 14. That didn't shock me at all, because companies, even now, still don't know where to begin with accessibility at times, and they will throw a dart at see where it lands on the wall.
May was the dart.
Yeah.
Here, have at it.
It's so, we are so behind. And I don't even say we're behind other places. I think the human race is behind on accessibility. And we talk about it all the time. Oh, we want accessibility. We want everybody to be able to go everywhere. Folks who have to use a wheelchair to get around, we want them to get everywhere. Folks who have problems with hearing, we want them to be able to participate in every single thing. But we don't have the faintest clue what it actually means.
Yeah.
It is so bad. So thank you for doing that, because I think a lot of people have been like, really? That's all I am to is a way to get out of a freaking lawsuit? Go to hell, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really interesting because, to your point, there's a study that was conducted. It's conducted every year, but it first started in 2018, I think, by WebAIM, which is based out of Utah State University in Logan, Utah. And they look at the top 1 million pages across the internet. And year over year, we haven't really seen very much improvement. Literally 99.7% of all websites have accessibility defects that prevent users from being able to use it.
Yep. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that. When I first, and I don't want to sidetrack this into the history of Howard Moon. When I first got into the field, my boss sent me on a 3-day training conference on adaptive technology. And nowadays, adaptive technology means a lot of different things. Back in 1999, there was an entire 2-hour piece on how to use epoxy to glue things together to make accessible tools. Oh, this person can't use their hand or is missing fingers. Here's how you can use epoxy to put together 3 different tools so that they can function. And I'm just like, this is bizarre. We don't have the clue what we're doing. Wait a minute. So the solution for someone who needs a better option to drive a car because of some sort of limitation is for me to glue pieces of other things to a steering wheel with epoxy? What the hell am I at? And it's got a little better.
90s.
And we are still so far behind. It's amazing to me.
I tell you what, Howard, if you let me borrow your car, I'll drive it.
There you go.
You ain't getting it back, but you know.
Just tell me where you want me to epoxy stuff, and I'll just make it happen first. I mean, that's.
Oh.
So I guess we could talk a little bit more about accessibility because of May and her fight for accessibility in games and stuff. What got you into Hearthstone and the accessibility part of it? Because I know you definitely been like championing Hearthstone and the accessibility portion of it. Like, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Can't even do that, and I can see everything.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. I never thought I would ever play Hearthstone. I was kind of a card game snob. I came from playing games like Magic the Gathering and Flesh and Blood. And I remember when the accessibility mod, which is what we use to access Hearthstone, first came out, a friend of mine reached out. His name is Brandon Cole, or some folks might know him as Super Blind Man. He reached out and was like, hey, I think that you would really like this game. You should definitely check it out. And I looked at the concept and went, probably not. Seems kind of basic.
Childish. You could say it. You're not going to insult us. It's fine.
You know we play a kids card game.
Yeah, it's fine. We give them money too. It's weird.
And so a couple of years ago, when Diablo 4 launched, I decided that I wanted to raise expectations for blind people through some kind of way. A lot of people think that like blind people, kind of what I was talking about before, just like don't live in society and do the same things that everybody else does for fun. And I was pretty familiar with the Diablo 4 accessibility. Did some minor consulting on it during some of the beta phases, and I figured it was a good opportunity for me to sort of showcase it for folks, and I did. One point I hit rank 4 on the Rogue leaderboards, and the thing is, though, that when you play a game for 2,000 hours in the first 6 months of playing a game, you kind of burn yourself out.
What? No.
And I didn't want to quit streaming, but I didn't want to play Diablo 4 anymore. And so I reached out to Brandon. This was in December of 2023. And said, hey, I know that you've been talking about this Hearthstone game. Do you know how I can go about setting up the accessibility mod for Hearthstone? And he immediately reached back out all excited and was like, oh, I've got it all set up for you in Dropbox. Like, you just have to, download these particular files. Like, I was hoping that someday you would reach out and want to play. And it was funny because I started playing the first week of January of last year, and I was like, oh, this game is really good. But coming from other card games, I knew that I needed to, at least for Constructed, invest a little bit in order to be meta relevant. Being a highly competitive person, I wanted to be able to compete. And so I spent a lot of money, more than I probably should have.
Best card.
And my bank was like, girl, you're committing fraud. Like, this is not real.
You're robbing yourself.
And so they resent all of the charges for my card, which is against Blizzard's terms of services.
Yeah.
And so I was banned. And I remember I reached out to Ridiculous Hat and was like, Hat, like, this is absolutely ridiculous, all puns intended.
Okay.
Like,
I like you
you
less now.
unluckers. Most people feel that way, but uh, you know, I said, I'm trying to give you money. Why are you guys banning me? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And he said, just relax. We'll work on it. And it took like a month.
A
And so I
month?
started playing. It did, yeah.
Oh,
It's actually
fuck
pretty quick
that.
for Blizzard.
That's horseshit, though. A month?
Yeah.
No, but like if someone charges back, to be honest, like you kind of have to prove your case that you're not trying to scam
Yeah,
them.
but this is somebody who's, you've already solidified yourself in the Diablo floor. Like you literally explaining what's happening. You would think they'd be like, oh shit, yeah, let's get her in here quickly.
Big
'cause
corporations, you got to go through a lot of hoops. I assume.
Nah, it's garbage. Anyway, excuse me, a month. Sorry, that was so fast for Blizzard. Yeah. Okay, continue.
But eventually I got to play and I hit legend that first month of playing. And I thought I was actually going to put it down because I was like, all right, I've already done the thing. I can be done with this game. And then unfortunately, Brandon passed away. They're pretty short after from cancer, and Hat reached out and said, we at Team 5 really want to make sure that blind people are at the table, and we want to raise money for Brandon and his fiance, to support them since they were a big part of the creator program. Would you be interested in participating in theory crafting? And I said yes, and basically cemented myself into the game. Like I've invested too much into the game now. Something like in the first year I played like 10,000 constructed games or something, and quite a few battlegrounds as well. But
You okay? Were you
debatable.
okay? Yeah.
She plays Hearthstone. Of course it's debatable.
Oy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's bars. There's bars of wellness within Hearthstone, and she's
Is there?
she's fucking gone, man.
Yeah,
there's
that ship sailed a long time ago.
There's 7 levels of hell, but they're all still hell.
I'm in like the 8th dimension at this point.
Yeah.
There you go.
I play wild now, unluckers.
Oh god.
Wow.
Just that.
That's like the old west of card games right now. Just anything goes.
Oy.
I mean, wild has to be better than playing standard right now, from the sounds of it. Everyone's playing
yes.
standard.
Kind of been that way for a while, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, for about 2 expansions now,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that doesn't sound good. I'm not a standard player, but that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Every standard player we've had on this podcast has just been like the last 2 expansions have been crap.
Yeah. They're definitely trying to power down the sets, which happens sometimes. No one's happy about it, and then the meta doesn't change because they're powering down. So hopefully there's a rotation soon, and then it'll be powered back down enough, but who knows?
I try not to get on a soapbox too much, but I'm going to take this opportunity because it's a podcast.
Do it.
The problem with standard right now, right, is fundamentally the game design is not good. When you think about good game design, you sort of have to have 2 fundamental pieces. One is an aha moment. Is the player doing something that is splashy, that catches their attention, that they feel accomplished for doing? And then the other piece is, does the player have or feel like they have some sort of agency? That is like, is there a thought process involved in doing the thing that they want to do? And we don't have either of that right now. All of the standard play is very centered around I play a 1/1 minion and it attacks into a 1/1 minion. Oh, now we both have nothing, and then we have to rebuild the board. And eventually somebody runs out of resources, except you don't anymore because they've printed cards that give you infinite resources. And so it's just more of the same. They just get bigger, and you're just playing, whatever card you top deck, which is not fun. And then the other piece to it is the agency piece. They really wanted to allow players to have greater agency, but all of the cards that they have printed have done the exact opposite. They tell you exactly what you need to play, in what order you have to play them in order to do the thing. That's not fun. And yeah, and that's why the last two expansions have sucked. And I don't think rotation is going to save it. You
I
can
mean,
drop the power level, but there's no, you're lacking those two pieces.
but
Yeah.
like with the power cards of the sets previously before these two expansions, like would you be able to do more of the things, feel like you'd have more agency in games by being able to actually play these mini set and new expansion cards, as opposed to now where like the cards just don't do enough to feel like they actually have any sort of effect, so they feel like playing them is just like a waste.
I don't think so. I think it'll just be a weaker version of what we're already seeing. Unless we've got like a killer expansion and mini set coming for the last expansion of the year. But you can get a $160 pet.
Oh yes, there's a new one, right? There's a
The
rabbit or something.
episode 2 or 3 or something.
It's got great audio. It sounds like a chipmunk being strangled.
Okay. It's fair.
None of us here have the pet, so we don't know
Nope.
about any of the.
You got to be in the creator program to get to pet.
Yeah,
You have fun. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you have both then. You have Crush and the squirrel or the bunny?
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh.
But I do run into a lot of people on ladder, in Wild in particular, who do have them both, and I just scratch my head.
Like why?
Seeing them
How?
pop up in Battlegrounds now, and I'm like, why?
Well, they probably
like
play
it.
mostly standard, and then they're just in the battlegrounds. That's why you see a lot less of it probably in battlegrounds, because nobody gives a shit in battlegrounds. Probably a lot more free to play players in battlegrounds than
True.
Yeah.
standard, right?
When you're
I mean,
doing that APM pirate turn, you have time to play with the pet, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, us in Battleground should be happy that people are buying the pet because it's what keeps the servers up and
Yeah.
Steady Blizzard, because a lot of us don't spend very much on the game.
I mean, I would happily give them more money for skin, like pasta patches. I'm like, dude, I put money into the game because I'm like, I want that skin. It's so awesome,
Mhm.
right, May? I bet you love skins. They look so good, right?
So funny enough, I don't buy the ones for Battlegrounds, but for Constructed, I actually really love all of the different audio designs.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I
That's
do actually
fair.
buy quite a bit of the skins, and every time that a new bartender comes up in Battlegrounds, I try to grab those. And to be quite honest, I would buy the pet if it were sold individually.
Mhm.
Yeah,
problem
we said like
is that
$20 or something, like
yeah, or
tons
like
of people would get it.
I would probably even spend like 80 or 100. Like it's a bad investment, but to your point, like it helps keep
You
the
know.
servers going.
Yep. Yeah.
But
There
the
might-
problem
yeah,
is like to get the pet, I also have to get like a golden pack of cards, which mean nothing to me. They look the same to me as normal
Right.
cards.
What? No.
Did you watch any of the Master Tour that was on this weekend, May?
I did. My friend Pocket Train was playing, and so I wanted to watch and root him on. And even though he's washed, he ended up winning the entire thing. So
Was the Master Tour actually engaging at all? Like I saw like a few minutes of it, and it was like two Warlock people with like 60 armor each, with like no
No.
cards in their deck. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'll just tab back out of this tab. I was like, this can't be that engaging, but I don't know if other games were more engaging than the one I saw.
no, it was pretty painful across the board. It kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about like there's just not very many decisions that have to get made. And that's one of the things I liked about Pocket's lineup in particular is like he picked some of the. It was actually funny. they did an analysis before the Master Store started and looked at all of the lineups that everybody was bringing. And they said Pocket was going to do the worst out of everybody because his lineup was completely different. Um, none of the decks were meta relevant. And they're hard to play, which is like the other piece. And so they're like, compared to everything else, he's definitely going to perform the worst. Then he goes on and wins the entire thing, which makes me so happy because it proves my point of, I mean, what you just said, right? You tune in, you've got these two decks, they've got a bazillion health, they're not killing each other, you're just sitting there looking at each other for 40 minutes, and it's like, okay, now what? I don't know.
Not good TV.
Mm-mm. It's not fun to play either. Like, I mean, think about it. They're playing from like 8 a.m. or for, some of them 2 a.m. All the way in, until like 6, 7 p.m. At night, just jamming game after game after game when every game is like 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You're basically playing a game of Battlegrounds in Constructed.
Yeah.
But you have to play, 3 to 5 of them per series, which is painful.
I mean, it definitely reminds me of my days playing like Pro Magic, and we would just like start at 8 a.m. and like finish at like 10 at night or something, and just like jamming rounds after rounds of games of day one, because you need to get like 10 rounds in day one, and each round's like an hour plus time to repair in between rounds, and just like you were just exhausted at the end of the day. It was like so much about stamina too, and be able to like think properly in the later parts of the day when you're just like exhausted. Everyone like hopped up on caffeine and other substances, which we won't mention.
That's one of the things. I go back to my experience in constructed cards back in the late 90s, and I played Star Trek CCG, which I've mentioned here before. I went to one regional qualifier for Worlds in New Jersey, and it was opposite the Star Wars CCG, which was made by the same company. There was 20 of us in the Star Trek tournament. There was 260 in Star Wars.
So, loser.
at dinner time, I had finished 5th. I was done everything. I'm sitting around with the other 20 guys at the bar at the hotel, and we're just slowly seeing like 15 and 16-year-old kids coming by in like waves crying because they've been playing. 10 o'clock at night, we saw a guy walk by with the trophy. And we were like, we'd had all night to eat and drink, and this kid's like, yeah, I just won my 400th game today. Yeah, I could never do it. I don't know how people sit there and do it.
Yeah, like the Magic events were like some of the biggest ones were like 400 something people, and they need to cut down to like a top 64 or something. So yeah, it was very long, and then you have to wake up and like play the next day, and then you play a third day with the top 8. It was just like exhausting.
And it was a Swiss format back then, right?
Yep.
So it wasn't like there was elimination. You just kept playing until there was like a clear delineation.
Yeah, but after a while, you realize you're out of the event, and then you just drop out of the tournament when you can no longer make it past into day 2. But like, they were long days back then.
I know we have to get to Boomer Grounds, but I just have one more quick question for May, if I can. May, I just want to know, we're seeing finally a little bit of movement and accessibility for gaming. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm seeing more streamers when they open a game for a first time go straight to look at the accessibility menu to show their viewers what is available and how a game can be customized to different people. What does the industry need to do to make games more accessible at this point?
Yeah, it's a really great question. The answer is prioritization. Every disability requires something different, but at its core, what a lot of companies fail to do is build in accessibility into the design from the ground up. They think about accessibility as sort of an after fact, which makes it a lot harder to incorporate. If you think about it, right? So like when you bake a blueberry muffin, what's happening today is a lot of companies are baking the muffin and then trying to add the blueberries afterwards. which doesn't really work, and it costs a lot of money, and then you have to repair all the things you broke along the way. Whereas if you incorporate the blueberries in the batter and then you bake it, it comes out beautiful and it's so good and it's yummy. And now I'm hungry.
I don't know why you didn't go with fucking chocolate chips, but okay, blueberries it is. Fucking chocolate chips.
Yeah, chocolate chips work too.
Oh, I
and
guess
they're
you could still
integrated.
sprinkle it with chocolate chips and you're still pretty much good to go. So I guess that doesn't work. Never mind. Have your blueberries.
And so that would be like the number one thing that I would encourage folks to do. To your point, like we've seen a big increase to accessibility. It started with actually The Last of Us Part 2, which my late friend Brandon Cole did the consulting for. And then it spread to God of War Ragnarok. You've seen titles like Forza Motorsports incorporating full accessibility, Mortal Kombat. To some degree, the latest Assassin's Creed has some accessibility, which is nice. Diablo 4 absolutely killed it, knocked it out of the park, especially for blind people. They've integrated text-to-speech, audio cues for loot. A blind person literally can pick up the game from the beginning and play it from end to end without any sighted assistance, whether it's hardcore or not. I've done both. And, those are the sorts of considerations that I would encourage folks to look at. For blind people, text-to-speech for menus is like a huge thing. Like Hearthstone, for example. Unfortunately, the accessibility is maintained by a third party, by the community. And by a third party, I mean there's one blind guy who I believe is in Russia who does the coding.
They better. Do they pay him
No.
anything?
Uh-uh.
Motherfucker.
At least as far as I know. And he won't take donations. I've tried.
Really?
Yeah, something to do with his country of origin doesn't approve of him getting donations or something. But the big thing, the reason that I can play Hearthstone is that there is functional integration of a text-to-speech. So all of the text-based UI is available to me, and I can figure out the rest as long as I can actually read the menus and interact with it. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a bad answer, but like a high level. Think about accessibility early, often, and integrate it. And you'll be good to go.
No, I appreciate that. I was telling Terry before we came on.
You're really low there, Howard.
Oh, sorry. Is that better or did?
Yeah, that's better. Well,
okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
My mic is giving me trouble. I was telling Terry before we came on, when we were at TwitchCon in Vegas in 2023, they did a panel on accessibility in gaming. And that exact question was asked to the panel. What does the industry need to do? And every person in the panel was like, stop adding it in at the end. Start planning it from the beginning. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So, they didn't have a great blueberry muffin analogy like you did, but it's that this is what I'm seeing. Hopefully game makers are starting to hear that.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm a boomer, unluckers.
Yeah, don't worry, we're all boomers here. You're by far the youngest in the group.
In good company.
Far, you guys gotta stop. By far the youngest.
Well,
come on now.
She's third. May is only 30 Bowers.
33. It's not that fucking far. We'd be BFF.
I mean,
you guys are the weird
older.
old creepy uncles.
I know.
It's a full 10%.
Yeah, Bowers and I are going to be best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck our bigger tit.
Don't worry, Bowers. We know you don't have one. It's fine.
One of them is bigger. They're not there, but like one of them is bigger.
Why do we always end up talking about Bowers' chest? Always.
It's like talking about.
I know you can't see it, but it's huge. Just not the booby part.
It's either that or Heroes of the Storm. Those are the only two things that.
Hots. The PTR, the new PTR for Heroes of the Storm. The towers don't shoot. No shooty, apparently. So back to the drawing board on that one.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, moving
Anyway.
on. So May, we play a game every week on the podcast where we ask someone, which will now be you, since
Oh,
you are our
dear.
guest this week, a trivia question that has a numerical answer. You just need to think of the number, and Miss Bowers and Howard here will have to try to guess what the number or closest to the number. They'll just start out like a number and they'll start bidding upwards until one person stops. And then they'll try to guess closest to the number. So the actual answer to the question doesn't actually matter. It's more about what you think the answer is. The game is called
I
Boomer.
can't read her fucking face though. She doesn't have a cam on. This is bullshit.
To be fair, she's not going to
Okay.
be hard for her to react anyways, because
I guess.
To my life.
it's going to make it awkward for the YouTube Shorts though. So you got to send me a
Oh yeah.
cute photo of yourself for me to put into the YouTube Shorts to replace the wavy lines that are on the screen.
Unluckers. Does that even exist, Terry?
What?
A cute picture.
I mean, there's definitely pictures of you. Please. Okay, so
Shut up. Come on.
What?
Not you, Terry. Her.
Yeah. I know.
Girl, shut up.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. Since you are, well known for your accomplishment of being the first blind person to complete Diablo 4.
That we know of.
Well, no, she is on.
I don't know.
She's on record. There's like interviews with IGN and stuff. She was the first.
No. I'm just saying. I'm wondering if there's like some person in the basement that never said anything. I don't know if that's a possibility.
What is the all-time peak concurrent player count for Diablo 4? It occurred in June of 2023. So you just need to think of a number, and then they will guess on it. So we have 7 questions in total here. I tried to gear them all as much toward you as I could, May.
It's not going first.
Okay. So how are you going to go first? Since
so I just Googled. May, are you set? Do you have a number in your head?
Yeah.
Okay. So Diablo came out on June 5th, 2023. So the release was the huge point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say concurrent players, 2 million.
I'm gonna stop. I don't even think it was 2 million.
Okay.
May, what was the number that you have in your head?
I was thinking 5.9 million, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. 5.9 is pretty close, actually.
We're not BFFs anymore.
The actual answer was 6,750,114.
Yeah,
That
it was a
sounds
huge
right.
launch.
Yeah, it was a huge
I'm
launch.
also realizing I thought this was on my screen. I just want my, little adding to my 10 seconds here. I was trying to do chest bar pull-ups at the gym, but I was doing it on these offset bars. This yellow mark on my forehead is where I smashed my forehead into a pull-up bar.
Oh,
Oof.
nice.
Fairly
You
Trail
can't see it,
lessons?
but it's purty. It's purty. I was like, that's my screen, right? No, that's my forehead. Okay, continue on.
Okay. So I know May loves her little dog. So
I do.
what percentage of dogs receive a Christmas present from their owners?
Oh man.
When's this stat from?
It was from the site Dogster or something. So I assume it's whatever.
Current, I guess.
Yeah, pretty current. I don't think the number fluctuates that much year to year. Let's be
It
fair.
has to, because people are having less kids and more pets, and now it's like, well, I gotta get my child.
Yeah, but they're
percentage.
equal amount. It's a percentage. It's an equal amount.
Okay.
So
Bowers wants to do a real deep dive. Terry, are we accounting for recession? Are we accounting for inflation numbers?
Yeah. Is this a stat from 2008? Because if it's from 2008, nobody got presents,
Do the cheesy pre-made stockings that have one dog treat and a chew toy in it, does that count?
Yeah.
Okay, Howard, you get to start first on this one.
I think this number is going to be fairly high, so I'm going to jump right up to 65%.
Okay. So I'm going to go 70.
72.
Bowers missed the obvious 69%.
Oh, I did. I did that joke last week.
Oh, I
though,
served it up.
You do it every time.
Served it up.
So we gotta be consistent. All right. So what do you say, Howard?
72.
72.
I'll stop.
You stop?
Don't
All right, May.
fucking
What do you
May.
think the number is?
I was thinking like 83%.
Oh, see,
God damn it. You know what? This is...
We're back to normal. That's what
Yeah,
this
okay.
is. Back to normal.
All right. The actual number, according to Dogster or whatever the site was, is 79%.
I wasn't
Wow.
far off. There we go.
Yeah.
We're okay.
That is quite high, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but I was also a little shocked when I first saw it. You know, one of those things that were both
Yeah.
high but not shocking. The third question: Mechs is the most popular minion type in Hearthstone. How many mechs are there?
What?
I presume we're talking like the regular game, not like
Yeah, the regular
Battlegrounds.
game. Yes, the regular game.
How many mechs have appeared in Hearthstone?
I have no
Oh,
idea.
yeah, that was great. Pull a number out your ass and let's move on. This game sucks.
All right.
Okay, she's got a number, I think.
Uh-huh.
No, Howard's thinking.
Howard?
Start with 200.
500.
I'll stop.
Fuck.
Okay, May, how many mechs do you think there are in Hearthstone?
420.
You know,
That's
That's a great number.
That's a
It's
great
a good number.
the actual number is 237.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly, okay, I quit. I quit. I retire. I retire. This is...
The lowest number of tribes, in case you're wondering, is totems at 19. And there's another tribe at 20.
Oh, good. Good. I
But
hate
mechs-
freaking
But
totems.
mechs were like
Hey.
by far the greatest at 237.
I like Totem Shaman.
I think
I
like, the
hate
second
shit.
highest
I
one is
honestly
like
just
40.
thought Hearthstone's been around so long that there'd be a lot more than that.
I mean, 237 was a lot. The next biggest tribe, I think, was like 50 or 60.
I guess I'm thinking BG's tribes,
There's
and then
still not
thinking
that
to
many.
myself, sorry?
Not that many in BGs total. Probably
No,
like
no.
40.
But I more mean I forgot how many tribes
Oh,
there are in standard, like
Yeah.
totems. I
Four.
would have never
Yeah.
thought like, oh yeah, totems is a freaking keyword tribe thing. So yeah, I screwed myself by I screwed myself. Yeah, that's can stop there. Yeah.
All right, Powers, you can come back.
Okay, it's fine. If I remember correctly, May was a fan of the Twilight book series.
You
How
do
many
pay
copies-
attention to my streams. What the heck?
See?
Howard.
How
Actually,
many
last time I
copies
thought I had this right.
of the Twilight book series have sold worldwide across all formats?
This isn't something out of the book.
Well,
Okay,
it's
so
about the
I
Twilight.
have to.
I
Well,
had to give Howard a
May's
chance.
getting. Well, May's getting her number. I have to admit that I was a member of George Takei's Star Alliance. That was like the anti-Twilight group of all time.
Oh, my heart.
I think his exact words were, there was a threat to decent shows like Star Trek and Star Wars, and it's called Twilight, and it's truly terrible. But you got to hear it in George Takei's voice.
But these are
You got to
books,
really
so-
amps it up.
Takai?
Yeah.
Is it Takai?
It's Takei.
Decay?
Yes.
Anyways, we're talking about the book series, not the movies, sir. Two different things.
The book
I know,
series.
but still, it's the idea. Okay, May has a number.
Wait, all formats. So we're talking like audiobooks.
Yeah, everything.
Oh god.
everything. All right,
Yeah, but
yeah,
they were all-
number.
Okay.
How
All
many
copies of
total
all books.
copies?
Yeah.
How many books are there?
4 books.
Or wait,
So
isn't
then
the one
I'll-
in two parts though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
there's
still sold as
technically
separate
5.
books.
There's 5.
There's 5.
Okay, so
Maybe
technically 5.
one.
All right, so I'll base my start off of that and say 4 million.
I don't understand population and amount of Well, I have 5 copies.
How
So
many are in Nebraska?
I have 5. May has 5. That's 10.
So it's higher than 10.
It's higher than 10. Good. Fudge.
Howard's
What's
now
the
going to
thing?
call everyone she knows to ask how many copies they own.
Wait, Carrie, are we talking worldwide or?
Yes, worldwide.
Okay.
What? How many did you say, Howard?
I said 4. What did I say? 4 million? I don't even remember what I said anymore.
4 million.
4
How is
million.
it 4 million.
5 million.
All right, we're going to be here all night, so I'm going to go 8 million.
Uh,
Just as a
Screw it,
side,
10 million. 10
just
million.
as a side note, this is one of the biggest selling series of all time.
Yeah,
Just so
I'll
you
go to
guys have an idea.
15.
Really sad.
I'll go 15 million.
I'm gonna stay. I don't care. Just get me out of this question. I don't want to
May?
know.
How many copies do you think sold all time?
I was
All
thinking
format.
35 million.
I'm
I'm sorry, Bowers.
You fucking hate me.
So the actual answer is 160 million.
I had a feeling it was way up there. That's why I kind of went low. I wanted to see if I could creep Bowers out there and be like, why is he going so low? So,
And that's what I tried to do with the 500 on you over the last one, and then I just realized I don't fucking play standard. I don't know.
Okay, so another thing I picked up from May's stream is that she is a New Orleans Saints fan.
oh,
Yeah.
May?
nice.
Sports?
Uh-oh.
Really? Fucking
Hey, you got Twilight. Give me football.
Okay, so
number.
one of the most famous New Orleans Saints is Drew Brees. How many career passing yards does Drew Brees have?
Oh, Lord.
What does that even mean? Like,
So, Bowers, there's a man called a quarterback.
oh, he's a
And
okay.
they-
Good now. Okay.
And they give him the ball, and
Well-
sometimes he throws it. If
Yeah.
another player catches it, how far
Passing
the
yard.
ball travels is called a
Oh.
passing yard. And
Let
if
me
the
write
man
that down.
catches it and runs, it counts as a passing yard too.
Oh, see. So there were two. So is this guy a quarterback or is he the
He's
catcher?
a quarterback.
He's the quarterback.
Ah,
He's the one
okay.
that throws them.
But if I throw you the ball 10 yards and then you run another 10 after that, they count that as 20 passing yards.
I'll give you a hint,
Oh.
Bowers. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He is the
Howard,
second.
shut your ears. Okay.
He is the
I already
second
know this.
most passing quarterback in the league. He retired several years before Tom Brady, who eventually finally got it after like 4 extra years of playing.
Okay, so usually on average they'll get around 4,000 to 5,000 yards a year. Okay, somewhere around there.
Well,
4,000 to
now-
5,000 is a good year, yeah. See now,
Back in the day when Drew Brees was playing, 4,000
Okay, well-
yards was considered a really freaking good year.
I have to give Bauer some sort of baseline. So she has
Thank you. I
so she
appreciate
doesn't name like
all of you
400 or
except
something, and
Howard.
then all of us are just laughing. So I'll give
Okay,
you that's the
so-
baseline.
Point of clarification, we're talking about just his numbers as a Saint?
No, all his career passing yards.
Okay, because he started as a Charger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, May, you've got a number?
I do.
I'm going to go 25,000.
37.
Oh, I think she's actually close.
3,700, just in case.
No, I went
37,000.
25,000. You can't go under.
25. Wait, 25. I thought you said 4,000 was a lot.
For one season.
In 1 year.
In 1 year.
Oh, we're not going by years. Excuse me. Of course not.
His
Fuck.
career total.
I don't know how long was this motherfucking career?
He played a long time.
He did.
Okay,
So
37,000.
Yeah, 37,000 is a fine.
And I think that's actually pretty close.
Ah.
I think it might be just a touch over, though, and I'm probably going to be wrong about this, but I'll stop.
Oh boy.
I probably got this one wrong.
Come on, May.
Hey, what do you got?
Oh, sorry. What did you stop at?
I stopped at 37,000.
So the number that I was thinking was 80,430.
Yeah, that's actually
I
very.
got
very-
one.
That's a
It was
point for Bob?
football?
80,358.
Yeah.
Holy
I-
shit!
I mean, and he played when New Orleans was a very pass-happy offense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
He threw-
football question.
Yeah, I know. Look
they
at you.
win 2 Super Bowls or just one?
They won one
Just
Super Bowl.
one. Yeah,
Just
in
the one.
2009.
All right.
Yep. And it wasn't close. They
It
pretty
wasn't
much
close.
just steamrolled through the league.
So this question is Obo's contribution to the stream since she couldn't be here.
Oh, we miss you, Obo.
Yeah. So how many concerts has Taylor Swift done in her life?
Oh. Can you stop with
Back to the Taylor Swift questions.
Out Taylor Swift.
Hey.
Also, now that's 2 football questions in a row, isn't it?
No, it's not. How's that 2 football questions? She did most of these concerts before she dated a football player.
No, her whole life is football now. How many concerts has she done?
in her whole life. Yeah.
What's this Eras tour is like a concert every 3 fucking days or some shit for a whole
It was like
year.
over 200 dates. If you remember back to like we did this like 2 months ago.
So
Yeah.
I would guess over 200 if that tour alone.
Yeah, 200 should be your floor at this point.
You get to go first, Miss Powers.
1,200.
Oh wow! I mean, oof. I'm gonna stop.
Oh, fuck me. Shit. I keep trying to.
All right, May.
What do you got?
Do you have a number for this?
I was thinking 1243.
Oh.
What did she say? 1,200?
1243.
So
that's a Bowers point.
Bowers got a point, yeah. The actual number.
Football questions in a row.
842.
842? Okay.
I was just thinking she started when she was like, what, like 11 or something?
Yes, she was very young.
She was very young, yeah.
Really? I didn't know it was 11.
She's been doing it for almost 20 years now.
Holy shit.
She's been doing it almost as long as May has been doing software engineering.
No.
I think she's...
May's a fucking slacker. She started at 14.
No, it's
real.
Just saying. Taylor Swift started at 11. Started touring at 11.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think her music career started when she was like 15.
I don't know.
Yes, she's young.
All right, so last question. All right. So the first widely recognized accessible full game aimed at blind players was Real Sound Kaze No Regret for the Sega Saturn. What year was this game released?
The Sega Saturn?
Jesus. I remember the Saturn.
You got Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast.
Sega Saturn wasn't around for very long, so
no.
I know Bowers was
after the Genesis, right?
Yeah,
right,
Saturn was after the Genesis.
Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega CD.
No, CD came before the Saturn, I think.
Sega.
Okay, yeah. So what year was this released? I tried Googling the first game, accessible game. I kept bringing up Last of Us 2, but I'll look for something else. So when you brought it up earlier, I was like, yes, I actually just read about that earlier today.
All right, so Maeve, you got a year?
Hero? How was Guitar Hero for you? Did you ever get to play that, or is that like impossible?
I did enjoy Guitar Hero 3 in particular.
Okay.
On the Wii.
How'd that work?
It was terrible, but I had a good time.
Oh, okay. Okay. You just wiggled it. It's perfect. Okay, sounds good. Music was good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you have a number in your head? A year in your head? Okay.
Yeah.
1989. That's when Taylor Swift was born.
In 84, 85.
Oh, shit.
The Genesis was a little later. What did you say, Bowers?
Help you. I'm pretty sure it's Sega Genesis.
She said
Sega
no, but what year did you say?
Oh, 89. Trying to fuck with you again.
I'm going to go 1991.
Oh, because the Dreamcast. I'm going to stay.
Okay.
Budget.
May, what year did you think this was?
I'm sorry, Bowers. I thought it was 93.
The actual answer was 1997. I don't think the Saturn was out.
97? Okay, where's my Sega Systems?
The Genesis was definitely before that because I had a Genesis in high school and I graduated high school in 1993.
Sega Genesis was in 88.
Yeah.
Then you got the Game Gear, the CD, some Mega Drives. Genesis 2 was 93. Really?
My first gen Genesis lasted all the way through my college career. It finally exploded in 1999.
The Saturn was in 95, and then the Dreamcast was in 98.
I had a Dreamcast in the early 2000s.
I got one right now. Got some crazy taxi. Does it? Yeah.
Okay, I know you have to step off to another pod there, Maeve. Thank you so much
Ooh,
for coming to join us. if you want to check out more of May, she streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tyleniphe. And she also is on the Doctor 3 podcast as well. Do you want to say anything more about Doctor 3 podcast since you're about to go
Yep.
record it? You
Yeah,
want to
for
plug it
sure.
on ours?
Doctor 3 is a podcast. All the hosts are women. And we talk mostly about standard and how to improve in standard, but we also talk about battlegrounds because the hosts play battlegrounds probably more than they play standard.
Oh.
And occasionally they let me talk about wild because I like
I
wild.
feel bad
so.
for you.
But yeah, you can check us out on all of your favorite podcast feeds of choice at Dr3HS.
All right. I think
Hey,
guys
thank
are
you so
have,
much for joining us.
Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me on. Appreciate it.
Even though I lost.
Yeah.
I'm
Doctor
sorry.
3
Don't hate
Doc-
me.
Doctor 3
We'll
is at
just
like
we'll get more in sync.
270 episodes or something now, right? Or something.
That's
pretty
awesome.
Yeah, I think we just released 285.
285. Oh, yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot more than us. We are on 15.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving up in the world. Soon we'll be at 20, and like the world will be our oyster.
Mm.
My
That's where we,
football
like,
podcast is
breakthrough,
up
right?
over 360 episodes now, and I feel like I've been doing it my whole life. So I feel like I've been doing this forever. So keep doing the great work, and hopefully you'll join us again sometime. We'd love to hear from you again.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Anytime you want to hear me yap, just let me know.
Very didn't warn me we were bringing on a smart person though, so I was like,
I
what the
know.
fuck is going on?
I know. Nate's smarter than all of us combined, so someone needs to bring our IQ up.
Me. God, I look like the stupidest one extra hard now. My goodness. Thanks, Terry.
Thanks, everyone. So remember to like and subscribe our podcast. Also available on all your podcasting software. If you're already listening to it, I guess you're already at one of them.
You're already in too deep.
Yeah, you're already in too deep. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good night, guys.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. May's waving, probably.
Bye.
Bye.